Hello, Governor. No, hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Horizontal, and this is another episode of the world famous Galaxies. But you and I, ladies and gentlemen, we just call the show Online Marketing Moves, and we are coming to you live today. Today is Saturday. Isn't it lovely? Yeah. Is it incredible? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the lounge, But anyway, today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about something very important. Ladies and gentlemen, everything we talk about is important, as you well know. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about you taking notes, you writing things down, you keeping a journal. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why you want to take notes, the reason why you want to make a journal, the reason why you want to keep things on paper, on record, is because you can use the material in your life. You can use it for podcasts. You can use it for whatever YouTube channels. You can use. You always have stories to go back on. Ladies and gentlemen, what's the best kind of stories? Your stories. They are unique to you. You don't need to steal nobody else's stories. You don't need to steal nobody else's material. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it's like this. It's like this, ladies and gents. I have a 1-year-old child, okay? She's officially 1 year old. She had a birthday last week. And, these people, they play like the same kiddie songs, People have the same kiddie songs. It's just different people singing them. And I laugh, and I tell my wife, I go, they don't got no other songs besides these. It seems like the same 5 or 6 songs, Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. You see? You understand what I'm saying? Now, I could write off these 5 songs and create a YouTube channel, but, it's so many people doing these same kiddie songs. But the reason why you want to jot down stuff from your life, the reason why you want to jot stuff down from what you watch, everything like that, is because you want to be original, you want to be unique. Because you and I can watch the same movie, and you and I can take different things out of the movie. You know what I mean? Like, one of my favorite movies to watch is Shawshank Redemption. You and I sat there and watched Shawshank Redemption. If you and I wrote notes and we compared notes, we would have different notes, A couple of things might be sort of similar, because at the end of the day, the thing that we have in common does not matter. All of us, everybody listening to this show, the thing that you and I have in common is we want to be in charge. Okay, so leadership, we have that in common. We want to be in charge. We want to earn the money we want to earn. We want to work for ourselves. We have that in common. Now, it might be different. We might come at it from different ways. We might come at it from different areas. We might come at it from different arenas. But we have that in common. So that might be something. So you might have, if we wrote down 20 notes, we might have 1 or 2 notes that's sort of similar. But most of them are going to be different because we have different perspectives. We grew up different. We live in different places. We've done different careers. We've done different things, and that's perfectly fine. So people can see, you can give people your perspective. You can give people your thoughts, your, ideas, and it's unique to you, The worst thing that you can do is, I'm not saying, hey, listen, if you get an idea from somebody, that's great. But the one thing that you should never do is copy. If somebody has not an idea, but because, listen, we both know the wheel has been invented. You know what I mean? It's just different. You could put different lug nuts on the wheel. You could put different different brand on the wheel. There's other things you could do with the wheel, But the wheel is there, You ain't going to invent the wheel, but you can make it different. You can make it unique. You can make it yours. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is the reason why you want to take notes. Jog your memory back. Go back to the things that worked for you. Go back to things that didn't work for you. You know, you can use pain. You can use good times. You can use bad times. You can use times where you was at a crossroads, because we've all been there. We've all been in crossroads situations. And so use everything that has ever happened in your life. I remember when I first started the podcast, I would tell story after story about my family, you know. And I remember one time, I told some story. And my dad said, "Did you have to say that?" And I said, "Hey man, it was a long time ago. It don't matter now, because it's all good, you know." But then, you know, I said something about my childhood, but it wasn't a big deal. But he's like, "Did you have to say that?" And it's like, come on, man, it's not a big deal, you know. But yeah, you just wanna jot stuff down, you know. If you're talking to people and they say something interesting, you know, so make a note of it in your head, you know, and you'll get better at it, you know. You'll start like, oh, okay, I gotta write this down, you know, because I have a notebook and I keep it in my shirt pocket. And if I'm watching a movie, watching a TV show, if I hear a line from somebody, I go, oh, let me put that on my phone, and I go write it down, you know. Or if I don't have my phone, I have a little scrap piece of paper. I write it on a scrap piece of paper, you know. But a lot of the stuff that I watch, a lot of stuff that I do, I jot it down. I have it in a notebook, and I have a notebook in my office, and then I go back, I comb through it, you know, and I use the stuff, you know, podcast ideas, eventually video ideas, all kinds of ideas, you know. And it works for me, and hopefully it'll work for you. But it's better to operate from paper, operate from that way, than trying to keep everything in your brain. Because the one thing that I've learned is your brain is good, your brain is big, but you don't want to try to hold all the information to your brain, because eventually you'll start forgetting stuff. You know what I mean? And so it's a lot better if you can just whip out the paper and go, yes, you know. Because one thing that I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start jotting down headline ideas. Because, you know, one thing that people don't tell you, you want to really get you really want to get your YouTube channel, you really want to get your podcast to going, and you're not a celebrity, the one thing that you can do is make a great headline, you know. The better the headline, the more chance you have somebody to listen, you know. My headline's god awful, okay? So I'm going to start getting ideas and creating more popping headlines, you know. More popping titles for the podcast, you know. That's just me. So I'm going to go back and look at the old Inquirer. You know, you ever read National Enquirer, you know? I'm going to go back and start getting ideas from that, you know, and just jotting stuff down and keeping up with stuff. So in the next couple of weeks, you're going to see some experimentation with the headlines, but, you know, just bear with me, you know. But yeah, it's good to write stuff down. It's good to jot down ideas. It's good to keep ideas fresh, you know, because you can never run out of material, you know. You should never say to yourself, I don't know what to say today. There's always something to say. There's always something to do. Things can never get stale as long as you have ideas written down, okay? But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is our time for this episode of Online Marketing Moves. And more than likely, I'll be speaking to you on Monday. We might drop a bonus episode tomorrow, but who knows? But in the meantime, in between time, ladies and gentlemen, we have 500 and some episodes of the podcast. You can always go back and comb through them all, okay? But as for this episode, that's it. See you later. Adios. Have a good day. And I'll catch you down the road, all right? But until next time, my name is Henry Zano. This is Online Marketing Moves. And as always, everybody, peace.